Hello everyone, this is Ashley from Ashley's Creations, and I'm going to show you how to make this cute little thinking of you type card, or like a little note card that you could just send to anyone for any reason. And it's using all Papertrey Ink products. So just want to let you know that. So we're going to put that aside and we're going to get started. Now I actually got a little bit of ink on this by accident, but it's going to be covered, so instead of wasting it, I'm going to use it. We're going to first take the Stitches and Swirls set from Papertrey Ink, and we're going to use that to create the background. So you see all these flowers that look like they're kind of stitched in the sleeves and stuff. We're going to use that to create the background. And I have chosen 2 different sized flowers, and I'm going to stamp the bigger one that I picked in Hibiscus Burst. I'm just going to start stamping it around the page. Randomly pick spots. Okay, and then I picked another one that looks very similar to that. It's a little different, but it's also a little bit smaller, and we're going to stamp that in the Winter Wisteria, which is their new color that was released last month. And we're just going to take and stamp that in the spaces where the other flower isn't. Okay. The next one we're going to take is one of the leaves from the set. It's very tiny. It fits on this little tiny block. And we're going to use New Leaf to stamp some leaves onto some of these flowers just to fill it up a little bit. And I'm not going to do it on all of them, but I'm going to do it on a lot of them. Have some of them going off the page. Some of them won't be seen, so let's do one more. Okay, that looks good to me. And the last thing that I'm going to stamp on the background is from I think this is Heart to Heart number 2. So it's the one with the balloons on it. We're going to take and we're going to stamp the little heart because the tree's going to have a heart in it. So that is also on this little block right here. I'm going to stamp it in Spring Rain. Just to add something a little different. We're just going to put it where there's some blank space. And by the way, this layer right here is 5 by 3 3/4. It is very vanilla, not very vanilla. It's Vintage Cream, I'm sorry, but very vanilla is Stampin' Up! Colors. So this is Vintage Cream by Papertrey Ink. And maybe one more right here. Okay, so that's going to be our background paper. And I'm actually going to stamp one more heart right in here. So that's the background. The next thing I did, and I did this off camera just to save a little bit of time, was I ran the tree and the treetop through the Trendy Tree Tops. I ran the die with the flower through the Big Shot, and I ran the tree through the Big Shot. And we're going to take the tree. So again, here's the tree from Trendy Tree Tops, Papertrey Ink. And we're going to stamp it onto the fine linen cardstock in dark chocolate ink. Okay, so there's our tree. And then have the tree top, and we are going to stamp, again, this one with the heart and the little plaid design. And we're going to stamp that in Hibiscus Burst, onto Hibiscus Burst. And the heart gets cut out too, and we're just going to set that aside for the moment. Okay, and there's a little heart in your stamp, so you can line it up. I think mine's a little off. That's pretty good. Okay. So now that we have those stamped, I'm going to take my Very Vanilla, and I'm going to layer it onto a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Spring Rain cardstock. And then I have a piece of New Leaf cardstock, and this is 1 1/2 by 5 inches, and I'm just going to make a hill out of it. I'm just going to freehand cut this. Papertrey Ink does have a hill die, I just don't have it yet, so I gotta make my own hills, which is fine with me. I might get their hill die eventually. And if you don't know, their new release comes out tonight. It's every 15th, so take a look. They have some really cute stamps this month. I will be placing an order for some new things. And then we're going to just take our hill and put our hill onto the layers. And if you're wondering why I'm using my ATG gun, it's because my friend Michelle accidentally took my tape runner. We went to Mega Meet on Saturday. We went to a class during the day, and mine was sitting out next to her, and she thought it was hers, so she accidentally grabbed it, but that's fine, because I just bought some new new tape for my ATG gun, so I have a bunch, so I don't mind using it. It's kind of expensive, but it is really good quality. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my tree, and I'm going to take the side ones from Stampin' Up! And put them on the back. And then I'm going to take a regular size dot, and I'm going to cut it up into 3 pieces so that I can put a piece on each part of the tree. Sounds like they're cutting the grass at my condo. They're doing something. There's something going on outside. It's really loud. And then we're going to actually glue the treetop down, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And this is one of the cards that I made for the note card set to go in my mom's fundraiser basket. And somebody else liked my card so much that they asked me if they could make, or if I could make a set for them, or if they could buy a set of the same ones that I have. And of course, I only had one more of these because I only made 2 of them. So I figured I might as well just go ahead and make a couple more, so that way I have one for me and one for her basket, or one for her. And so I wanted to go ahead and do it on film with you, so that's why I'm doing this now. So there's the tree, and then the little heart that was cut out from the tree, I'm going to stick a pop dot on that. I'm just going to take half of one. Maybe. Stuck to me. I'm going to take half of that. There's a little bit coming off the side, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. And I'm just going to stick it where the hole is. And then the last thing I'm going to stamp is the Hello You from the Trendy Tree Tops. I really don't have enough blocks. I think I need to buy some more. I'm going to stamp it in dark chocolate ink. I'm going to stamp it right here next to the tree. Okay, so Hello You. how are you, kind of thing. Now, lastly, before I put it on, I'm going to add my ribbon. So I'm going to do a double bow. Again, I did a tutorial, or I didn't really do a tutorial, but I just showed on camera how I did it. So actually, I'll go back and I'll try that again. You need to take about a foot or so at least if you're just going to have short sides. If you're going to have a long side to wrap around, and then you need a little bit longer, but I'm wrapping it around the corner. So we're going to take and we're going to put it over these two fingers, come around, wrap it over, then under, then over, then under. You're going to go through the back, pull it to the front, and you're going to go under the loop that you just made when you pulled it to the back. And I did not come up with this technique. I saw it on YouTube, and I posted a link to the video in my Fashionista birthday card one. And then we're just going to pull on it, tighten it up nice and good, or nice and tight rather. And then you just pull it off your fingers. And then voila, we have a double bow. So then we're just going to cut off the ends. Okay, now that I have the ends cut off, and sorry about that, my video camera stopped, so that's why it's kind of jumpy picking up there. But after I've cut the ends off, I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to the back. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of tape, and I'm just going to wrap it around the corner here. And I kind of want it down a little bit so it's not extremely really high up in the corner. I kind of want it to come down a little bit so that it's not as empty in the middle. And then I'm going to take my ATG and I'm going to put the tape on the back. And I'm going to adhere it to a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 dark chocolate cardstock base, and it was an 8 1/2 by 11 that I cut in half at 5 1/2. And then there you go. You have a nice note card that you can send to somebody. So hello you. And here's another one that I did. And then here's one where I tore the hills. But I kind of liked the cutting the hills better. So you can do either way, whatever you like best. But there you go, there's my video. Remember, it's all Papertrey Ink Products, and they have a new release tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Could you whisper in my ear the things you wanna feel? I'll give you anything to feel it coming.